Hi everyone, welcome to my pregnancy update for weeks 22 and 23. I'm going to start off with my Ovia app, just read through that and then go into more about myself. So according to Ovia, the baby is about the size of a bunch of grapes. And he's about to start gaining the baby fat that he needs to keep warm without your help, and his lungs keep developing. Gestational diabetes and preeclampsia are pregnancy conditions that may cause a serious threat to your health and could develop around this time. So while it's probably already scheduled with your healthcare provider, it's important to make sure that you get tested for these. And I actually have a doctor's appointment coming up next week. So I think I will be getting tested for that then, but we'll see. How's Nubs? Nubs is still transparent and a bit red because the developing veins and arteries under his skin. But this won't last long as he is about to develop the fatty chub that gives his skin a more person-like look. Nubs' face is fully formed and is simply waiting on that fat to fill it out. But now you know that Nubs is starting to kick like crazy, usually in response to noise he hears from the outside world. Nubs is also constructing the blood vessels in his lungs that will allow him to breathe air on his own once he is born. Nubs is a bit over a foot tall and the size of a bunch of grapes and weighs about 20 ounces or 1¼ pounds. And yes, he is kicking a lot, so that part is correct. House Mom, those feet might be swelling soon and they will be worse at the end of a tough day, or if the summer heat is baking you. Although swelling is expected, excessive swelling could be a serious symptom of preeclampsia, a condition characterized by high blood pressure and an influx of protein in your urine. See a doctor if your swelling seems out of ordinary. You might also experience a tingling in the hands caused by carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel develops during pregnancy, usually goes away after delivery. So your doctor may not do much to treat it, although in some cases he or she may use splits or recommend you limit certain activity. If you do end up feeling that pain, tingling, or numbness in your fingers or wrists, it's another thing you can blame on all those hormones overloading your system. A buildup of fluid can also make you more sustainable. And then it goes into other symptoms you might start feeling are Braxton Hicks contractions, but I actually have not felt any of those, thank God. And that is about it. It just goes into different symptoms to look for, like headaches, changes in your vision, pain in your upper abdomen, excessive nausea, or changes in urine. And these could all be serious side effects, so just make sure you talk to your healthcare provider about those. And I just want to say real quick, sorry about him. He just wants to make his little YouTube debut today. This Pepper. Okay, so on to the past 2 weeks. I haven't gained any weight this week, so that was very interesting. I thought I would, but I didn't. And I did find a stretch mark on my side. It's really small, it's about like that big. You can hardly see it, but I did find it, and I feel like it's because I have been slacking a lot on my belly creams and oils, so I'm going to make sure that I keep up with those from now on instead of slacking on them. And I have been excited because I do wear maternity clothes now. I have been waiting to get them for a while, but I finally found some that I really like that aren't like ridiculously expensive, because I can't see myself spending like $100 on a t-shirt that I'm only going to wear for like 4 months at the most, if I don't get too big. Where I live, there are not many maternity stores, I discovered, so the ones that are here, they do not really sell a lot of cute clothes. And just because I'm pregnant doesn't mean I want to like dress as if I'm like an 85-year-old woman. So I did find some things that I do have some idea what I want to do, like mix regular clothes with maternity clothes, and then I also do have a belly band that I really like. So I ended up ordering a few things online from like the Gap, ASOS, and H&M. So those are finally starting to come in the mail now, so I am pretty excited about that. I'm not really missing anything. I can't think of anything that I'm missing. Yeah, I'm not missing anything the past 2 weeks. For exercising, I have been trying. But other than walking Pepper, exercise in progress has not really gotten that much better. But that will be one of my big goals within the next coming week, is to actually go out and start moving a lot more on when I'm not working. I do move a lot when I work, but I don't really count that as exercising. So I'm going to really try to focus on making time to exercise. So I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. There is nothing that's making me sick, and I do not have any food cravings or any new food cravings within the past 2 weeks. But I do find it to be a bit weird that I'm not eating a lot of sweets. I am a very big sweets lover, but I haven't really been craving sweets. When I just see them, I'm just like, okay, that's cake. I can just skip it, or just put it on my plate, and then by the time it's time for me to eat it, I just don't eat it. So I do find that to be kind of weird, because it's like my favorite thing ever. I have not had any labor signs, and my mood is a lot better than it has been. So, I mean, it's been better the last 4 weeks, so I would say my mood is starting to get back to normal instead of just being on serious mood swings, because at one point that was a problem. And for the next week, I am definitely looking forward to my doctor's appointment, and so my husband and I will be going to that. Usually at my doctor's appointment, they use an ultrasound. It's just not like a high quality ultrasound, so that they can at least see the baby and still measure him. So it'll be nice to see him, because he has been moving a lot, so hopefully this time we can just see that. In the past 2 weeks, I would say the most memorable moment is that my husband finally really felt him kick. Usually he'll touch my stomach and he wouldn't feel him kick, or he'll just feel him kick like once. But I think it was actually last week. At the end of last week, he was laying beside me, and and I was like, oh my goodness, he's acting crazy right now. He's just kicking like crazy. So he had a little kicking session, and my husband actually was able to feel that. So he was really excited. I just wish I could have just taken a picture of his face, because his reaction to that whole experience was amazing and very memorable. In the past 2 weeks, I have been working at really long hours, so I have been experiencing a couple of more symptoms, like my feet started hurting, my back was hurting a little bit, but after I rest, both of those things came away. And so I do have like these compression socks, which kind of sounds very sexy, but they actually do make my feet feel a lot better. And it actually helps with my feet not swelling. And then I did read that compression socks can also help against obtaining Velcro veins. My new little staples are my compression socks, because they do help a lot when I am standing up for long hours. But my boobs actually are still growing. They stopped for a while, but for some reason this week they grew a little bit more. At first I was really excited, but I would say that they might just get in the way eventually, because I know they will grow even more when I start developing milk. So, so now I'm going to show you a shot of my belly. My belly looks is it 23 weeks. It's the front. You can see it. The other side. So that's about it for this video. If you would like to know more about my weekly updates, that will be on my blog. I update those every single week instead of every other week like I do on YouTube. So if you want to keep up with it weekly, make sure you check that out. And if you really like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe for the next one. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!